The Andoer Z stand. Is this a must-have accessory for your camera bag? Coming in at £20 from Amazon, this is a Z-shaped, foldable and collapsible stand for your camera. It will fit flat on a table or desk like it is here, or also with the threads on the base. It'll fit onto any tripod or slider that you may have. You may recognize the design, and that's because it is very, very similar to the Edelkrone Flexi Tilt Head that you can get online. You see them everywhere and they are a premium product. Some might say this may even be a knockoff of it. I wouldn't say that though, this is a product in its own right. It has 2 points of articulation, these two joints here, that will enable the stand and your camera that's attached to it to move through various interesting and sometimes hard to achieve angles. It's an all metal construction with a maximum payload that's quoted at 15 kilos when collapsed and 3 kilos when extended into this Z shape here. It also has a 1/4 inch thread on the top. It's got a screw mount underneath it, which makes it easy to attach your camera to. It doesn't have a quick release plate, but it does have a handy screw to get your camera on and off quickly. And with that, let's look at the good bits of the Andoer Z stand. Now first up, and it has to be said, it's cheap. This thing only costs £20. Now when you consider the Edelkrone version is £140, that's around £120 saving that you're going to make. So it's the kind of accessory that you're happy to take a punt on and not worry about it necessarily being the best because it was, well, only 20 quid. It's super portable, it's tiny when it's collapsed, and it's actually really flat when collapsed too, which means it'll probably even fit in your pocket. It'll definitely fit in the side pocket of a camera bag, meaning, well, it's more likely to get used. Those accessories that are easy to carry with you that don't have a huge payload, they're the accessories that are most likely to get used because they're going to come with you. Now the best feature is one that we discovered entirely by accident, and I'm not even sure that Andoer themselves realized it when they made this accessory. It is the ability to turn the base plate part of the stand to 90 degrees so you can have a vertical mount for your camera. Now this opens up the world of easily shooting vertical video or portrait video. Now with things like IGTV, Instagram stories, Facebook, and even YouTube itself embracing vertical video, this stand may actually be a great accessory to open the world of vertical video up for more people. So with that, let's look at the bad bits of the Andoer Z stand. The first thing you'll notice with it is the build quality. Now, it is an all metal construction, which on first blush actually feels quite nice. It feels quite sturdy in hand. But when you get down to it, when you start looking at the machining of the joints and of the threads, you realize how cheaply it's been made. These articulating joints here, these screws that you thumb tight, they feel horrible, they grind, and they don't necessarily hold or bite that well. There was a spirit level in the side of this. It fell out as soon as it was unboxed, which again pays testament to how quickly and cheaply this thing was made. It definitely does feel like a budget accessory. Going back to that max payload, they've quoted 3 kilos when it's in this position. I find that incredibly hard to believe. Considering how poorly machined these joints are, I wouldn't trust my 3 kilogram camera on this joint here. I'd be ready for it to drop at any moment. That being said, we have used it with mirrorless cameras and it's always held its own very well, so I can't be too hard on it for that. Overall, it does feel like a cheap accessory, perhaps the cheaper alternative to the Edelkrone version. You can feel the corners that have been cut to get down to that £20 price point. Really though, it's hard to be harsh on something that costs you only £20. Bearing in mind, you've saved yourself £120 compared to the Edelkrone alternative. It's portable, it's functional, it does a job, and it does quite an interesting job. The job I believe this does best is open up the world of vertical video to more people. Because it's portable and lightweight, you will have it on you. So when you need to get a vertical video, you will have the accessory to do that. And perhaps then when you've had enough use out of it, you may be able to justify spending that extra £120 and getting the Edelkrone version. So that's been my grab and go review of the Andoer Z stand. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.